Ambassador, and you said solidarity sentiment among European Union members are quite high, but back home, back
Yes.
to European countries, we know that situation is not quite good in terms of the impact from COVID-19 is quite hard on Spain, Italy, France, Germany. So overall, how do you evaluate the situation?
The rapid spread of COVID-19 has really come as a shock to our societies as well. It has overwhelmed some of the most sophisticated health systems in the world, and we have required unprecedented measures. All EU member states have been affected. I mean, you've mentioned some, but let me underline that everybody has been affected. You mentioned Italy and Spain. They have been indeed hit very badly. And it's been heartbreaking to see the human suffering. But at the same time, it has been really heartwarming to see solidarity among European citizens, among our states, among our member states. We are dealing with very high numbers, not the highest in the world, but very high, about 1 million cases. You see about 1 million cases all over the European Union. This is about a quarter of the reported cases worldwide. There are about 4.2 million. On May 12th was the number, and there have been more than 100,000 deaths out of the nearly 300,000 which we have seen worldwide. Of course, first and foremost, this is at this moment a health crisis, and we need to focus on saving lives, preserving well-being. Human life is our utmost priority. But we do have to look at the economy as well.
Ambassador, the EU solidarity you are talking about was obviously on open display at the fundraising early this month, initiated by EU and attended by many world leaders.
Absolutely.
And you managed to raise as much as 7 billion euros, right? And so, what is the next step?
7.4 billion euros.
Yeah, 7 billion.
Over 8 billion.
That's a lot of money. Yeah. So, what is the next step? How this money will be expended?
Let me underline really the fundament of solidarity with this money, because why do we do this? The purpose of all of this was to ensure that there will be new vaccines, there will be diagnostics, and there will be treatments which are made available globally for an affordable price, regardless of where they were developed. I think all of us have been rather worried about the sort of erosion of the multilateral system, the system which brings solidarity. I think all of us have been worried that in the end, you may try to have situations where one or other player, global player, would like to have a monopoly, would like to control. But indeed, now you have governments, the private sector, philanthropists, private citizens, who have joined hands mainly to work on three strands. The development of vaccines, therapeutics, and diagnostics. It is important that these become a common good, where people where humanity has equal, equitable access to these goods, and that has been behind this effort. Now, how will the money be used? Now, the European Commission, our executive, our government, in a way, the European, is keeping track of the donations, keeping track of the money, but we are not deciding how the money is going to be used. That is being done within three partnerships. One, we're working on the vaccines, others on therapeutics, diagnostics. We're looking at health systems. We're taking a very holistic approach where you will have experts. The role of the WHO, I did mention the importance of safeguarding the multilateral system, is going to be also key in that, and some of the money will go to supporting the actions of the WHO. This is an ongoing process in that while I think we were really very proud to see how much we could garner in one day, and we have seen key governments involved, key private sector actors. This we are talking about a pledging marathon which is also continuing until the end of the month. And we will then review the situation in terms of funds in the beginning of June. But I think that this shows that we are committed, really committed, as the union, as the partners with whom we are working, to find global, affordable solutions with access to, which give access to people.
I see. As you know, Thailand is in the process of developing vaccines against the coronavirus, right? So does it mean that we can also have access to these funds to further develop what we're doing?
Well, I should hope so, and I know that you have very high, you have very much expertise in this field. As said, this is not about profit. It is not about business. This is about getting really the best minds together with real funds to do good for humanity and for the planet.